Hello, good afternoon to you all, and good morning wherever you are joining me this afternoon or this morning, wherever you are. Yes, you are welcome to the 12th edition of Investdata Trading Academy with Ambrose. In this program or in this section or in this whole thing is more of education and update on what on real-time market situation and what is happening in the market, the state of the market. That is why we come here to share strategies at the same time how to use some tools. But the main purpose of this program is to give education, to guide, and at the same time update you, the real happening in the market as at the moment we are on. Now, this already midday. Market has opened since 10 o'clock. We want to update you what is happening at this time before also we'll close for the day, then before the market finish. But in this section or in this program, all we are here for is more of education and to give you the real-time situation of the market. So whether you are a trader or a long-term investor, before making any investment decision, you must know the direction of the market. And I will say you must know the direction of the market. At any time or any market condition, you must not fall in love with either uptrend or downtrend, but you sell into uptrend or up market and also buy into downtrend or down market, depending where the position where the market is. That's why at any time you want to know what is the current situation of this market. Is the market in up direction or the market in the down direction? You need to ask yourself. Once you do that, see you get really what is happening in the market. That is why when you ask yourself that question, what is happening in the market, you see it's going to give you exactly what to do. Because if you don't know, you are sitting down somewhere and not looking at the market condition, I'm telling you, you must jump to the market at you might like to jump to the market at the wrong time. That's why you need to know the state of the market when you are taking your investment decision. That is why I said it earlier that any market, any situation, in any currency you are using, no matter where you are, you want to know what is the market trend at that particular time. Where is the market going? Once you're able to catch that, know exactly, it becomes easier for you to take investment decision. Once it is done, I'm telling you, you are good to go. I tell people that no matter the software you are using or any technical tools you are using, you need to know what the state of the market is. Very, very important. That state of the market will tell you the current position of the market. Is it an uptrend? Is it a downtrend, as I've said earlier? Once you know this, I'm telling you, you take a very vital position of what is happening in the market. That will especially help you. Now that we are in any season in this market at this season, things are going up and down because earnings is part of factor that drive volatility in the market. And you know that our market have been volatile, for all this while. Now that we are also at the entry that is almost at the peak of the entry or at the beginning of any season for unaudited account and the dividend expectation, tells you that this volatility we are seeing is likely to continue throughout this any season. But that should not scare anybody away, but rather it creates opportunity for you to know to do the right thing at the right time in the market. Once you're able to do that, I'm telling you that you will take advantage of the market at any time because you have done what your homework. That is why I said don't be carried away with market direction. Always know where the market is or where the market is going. Once you know this at the fingertip that this is position of the market, this is where the market is going, I'm telling you, your mistake will be very few. Yes, you might not be on win through the market, but once you know what you are doing, you are not guessing, you are not following bandwagon. I'm telling you, you will control your decision to a level. That is why we need to always look at the market situation. And don't forget that I will not stop saying this, that in any market you are trading, to take away what? Emotion. Take away emotion. Be real. Because all the information, either economic news, company quarterly results, even end statement, forecast of the company, and all will be represented in the candlestick. That's why chart is very. If you know how to reach out to invest, you are good to go. You need to also learn. That's why we're in this class so that we'll continue to use it so that you master in the process how to use chart and how to read chart. Once you know how to read chart, I'm telling you the volatility in the market, no matter it is, you will already know when to cash in and cash out. You know when to enter and when to exit because you will see what is guiding you. You are not just following ESA because you are seeing all those ESA, all the investors' attitude, all their psychology, all sentiment is being represented in the candlestick. You know where the sentiment or or investors or players in the market are negative. You will know because it will represent on your candlestick. That means you need to put your head and take time and learn what this technical analysis because that is the way to go. Once you're able to know technical analysis to a level, I'm telling you, when other fundamental news come, it will be a plus for you because you understand, the time it will come, what will to cost to the market, if it is positive or negative. For that, you always prepare. And that is why, again, mark you, I will stop saying this, that stop loss is very important. Your stop loss and your profit target is also very, very important. We saw the market yesterday when the market was trying to, in the morning like this, was still finding, struggling to find direction, despite it was marginally green when we were discussing the afternoon yesterday. But it's all what how market closed about closed. It closed about 0.20 for the day. But still, many stocks that were up was when there was expectation. One, reacting to the positive news that came from UCAP, expectation from Africa Prudential. You see, Honeywell that rallied that same day, touched as high as 4 naira 45 kobo, close down to around 3 naira 80, 3 naira 80, 80, 87, 85 kobo for the day. Also, different stocks like that were moving. You can see there was also good demand for Zenith Bank yesterday. People positioned ahead of the result because we expect that Zenith Bank financials will be the market before 21st, latest 26th of February or end of the month. For that, people are related to that because we understand what is like to happen, we need to take action ahead of this so that when it happens, it will always meet you in the market. I tell you that it's better you are in a position when results come than you are looking for when the results are come. Because everybody, like now, when the results came, you see the stock becomes scarce. Nobody wants to sell because they have seen the performance. So it is that if you have entered early and you have seen the number come, you are there, you'll be smiling. But when you are seeing the number and jumping in, you will see the stock will be available again in the market. That is why you need to know how to use earnings release date. Is very, very key so that you know that you have to position ahead of this release date of this company. Once this is done, you are good to know also to ride that trend. But I said, don't fall in love with uptrend. Don't fall in love with that trend. You sell into uptrend and you buy what into that trend. Especially when you see a market that is volatile. When you see opportunity, stock is making uptrend and you have meet your target. That's why I say your profit target is key. You can equally sell off and come enter another one again. That's how to trade. But before we continue on individual stock, we want to give the state of the market as we speak now. As we speak now, I'll tell you that the market is looking a bit flat, but in green, but it's not as strong as expected. But we're seeing that it's not in negative terrain, still in green. Also, we're seeing that some stocks that are like, for me, they are interested that are the top gainers or the top in terms of activities, top trade for now. The top stocks that are leading the activities chart today is UCAP, having the highest volume traded so far at about 35 to 36 million shares have been traded in UCAP, followed by Transcorp. You know what is happening in Transcorp? You see from 170 kobo, almost as high as what? 124. This morning around that 124, 125. See, there's volume there. UBA also, you can see these are companies that people also looking at Access Bank and Africa Prudential. If you look at all these stocks here, yes, apart from the Transcorp that their payout is very low, or they say they are all dividend paying stocks. I tell you that where are investors looking at now? They're looking at those dividend paying stocks, despite we're seeing rally in attributes go for a long time now, for like almost 3 to 3 weeks. You can see that one is sentiment, and we don't know exactly when to jump to that stock because there's no fundamental news. But as technicians, you have taken position to cash out when you are made. You don't see that because it's still trending up. But also, you can also use your T line when it comes to T line to see where attributes go it is and where it's going. Once it has not broken down the T line, yes, you can still hold. But the funny thing is that there is time that this party will be over. Who will be picking from you? Because if the stock that is I said the stock that is very marketable, when you see that stock is thing that anytime that I want to sell, there is buyer, the stock is liquid. Let me use that language. You can, but for this stock, now the person is buying. You don't know when who person that is buying will stop buying. For that, if you are there, if you are make a good return, don't need to overstay. You can probably also jump out. Then that is the stock that is topping the gainers. Among the gainers, we have about 13 gainers as we speak now. The top gainers are Ambrose, as I mentioned, then Pharmadeco, and the livestock, linkage, assurance, and the Transcorp. The Transcorp is among the top trade at the same time among the stocks that are topping the gainers chart this afternoon. Then among the losers chart, we have about 14 losers, but we have Ella Lake at the top loser now, followed by Multiverse, then Cordvi, Business Solution, and the NACO and the PZ. These are the ones that are topping the decliners chart as we speak. But the good thing is that if you look at the gainers chart, you see the penny stock dominating here. That means those blue chip stocks, medium cap stock, even high cap stocks are not there now until their numbers start hitting the market. That's why people are looking the way of Dangote will release their result before the end of the month. stock like a GTP, stock like a Access, UBA, Zenith Bank. You can see when they are coming with the results, that would buy where they are. But for now, the local stock are the ones shining at this time. But if you are playing this local stock, have your goal also, your stop loss to guide you. Don't be carried away. Set up just a reasonable target for it. Make it and take your cash to go and play those dividend paying stock and those blue chip company. That is how to invest at this season, especially when you are in any season. Any season, I said earlier that it is any also that will support this volatility up and down. But see that the market remain on a positive terrain since it's trading above the 47,000 mark. It tells that the market is still intact. And those any factors that brought the market to here, they are still very, very much intact. For that, you don't need to also panic at all. But before we go further, I want to quickly look at the first thing in the market. Like as usual, I want to look at the index action. What I mean that's on NGS index action to see the state of the market, where the market is, and where the market is going. We're looking at UCAP again, Transcorp, Accra Prudential, and Access Bank, where their position, where it is in the chart position, and what we should do with their with the shares now that market is live. Because we're going to tell you, should I hold my position or should I exit? As we look at the chart will tell us hold your position or you are in a danger zone. When we look at the chart, we know. But looking at this candlestick now, you can see this is the the Osher Index action for a daily chart. You can see that it's still very, very much strong. You can see that we're looking at to see a breakout, but until a breakout this region here, before we now see there's a breakout, but still there's that strength. But as usual, before I go further, I need to call out 3 major indicators that I use in this class, which I know you are becoming familiar with gradually. Call out your T line. Call out your T line, very important. Once you call out your T line, call out your money flow and your what and your MACD. These are the ones we use on this class. We can add more to them when time comes. Yes, we might today add another like 20 days moving average to the indicators. Now we are seeing the T line, but we want to add 20 days. But if the stock has not broken down the T line, that means the 20-day average for me it doesn't make, because it has not broken down. Even the one that is faster to give you signal whether it's a breakout or not. But if we are seeing that the T line is still telling us that the market is still strong, I think we don't need the MACD moving average 20 now or to confirm, because this T line is telling us reinformation what is happening in the market. Then don't need to look forward. But if you want to, you can add it to it. But for me, I believe the T line is enough to guide us on what to do in this situation. You can see the market is still strong above trading above 47,000, now doing around 47,000 47,248.25, which is good for me. It's a good one that the market is still very, very strong. And you can see the T line, which I showed you earlier, but we want to look at it. You see this point, you can see that the market is above T line. It remains whenever it touches it, it bounces back. But when it crosses and cross, that is where it becomes ask question. You can see here there was a side trend here to this level. The market started to this level before it break down the T line. And when you do that, like you can see what happened. If you go down here, you can see that the market is already in bearish. So you can see when it break down before you try and cross it again. But when it crosses, you can see there's no less activities here. There's no signal because the market is almost like trending. But when there was a breakout from here, and this I'll tell you this about the 30th December 2021 from 31, you can see that the market has remained strong year to date, and that is why market has recorded 10.58% year to date because of what this positive trend. See, the index action has remained strongly above what the trend T line, and that will comfort you and give you a sense of confidence that the market is still very, very much strong. The market is not at this time giving us sign, but immediately, as I said, you see the index action breaking down the T line, it gives you a sign that you should be concerned a lot. Yes, also if you come down and look at what is happening now this morning, you can see that the money flow is slowing down here. You can see it's looking down gradually, and the divergence we saw at the beginning here, you can see that it's closing up gradually. But this morning, we are seeing that it is still very bit flat. See, the gap is still there. Market MACD is still on the bearish trend, on the bearish move. For me, it's not a threat because we are still watching our index action to see where it is. Since it's above that, and the volume also is coming up, but not too much this morning. But for me, the market is also doing badly. You need to also look at this, but this also give you a direction where the general market is going for you. And also don't forget that little activities in bond market is also competing with little fund in the market now. But I believe with this result we're seeing, most of the PFAs, which are the institutional investor or smart money, let me call it, they might likely start coming back to accumulate more, because we're seeing that they can make a quicker return of in a shorter time, considering that their portfolio is long-term portfolio. And most of this return in equity market, if you add the capital appreciation and dividend, they are above inflation and even above what they are getting in the fixed income, like the bond and the treasury bill. For me, the market at this period should just what we should play with, with sense of caution and watch. Because I said it earlier in the previous, so that in this kind of market that is any season, there are people that have entered early and they see these results coming and they take advantage of. That's why I say don't be carried away with an up market. The up market is the market that you sell into and buy into what a better market. People that have entered earlier, traders like me that are positioned earlier, when the market is seeing this result now, they are likely to sell, because when they are already in the market, they are made about 15-18%, and the result come again, the stock is making 10% that day. That is about 28. They are free to go. But you that are jumping in that day, or even the next day, the stock is not available. The guy has made money, can sell. You can see what happened in UCAP this morning, which we are going to discuss and look at the chart. The stock has moved to almost at 13 naira 90 kobo before pulling back again to around 13.10. Even trading flat now almost around 13 naira. It tells you that people are started taking profit. The same thing happened to Honeywell the previous yesterday again. That means that our market players, they are becoming more professional and also not being greedy in their trading. But once they make 30% mass, some 25, they are off. It tells you that in and out is better than when we are waiting and when you want to sell, nobody is picking your stock. That is why don't be carried away with up market. I always say it. There are different things that I always emphasize in this slide, that use your stop loss as at when you to guide you. Don't be carried away with up market or down market. Then control your emotion, because if you believe that the technical analysis or the candlestick have summarized all the news in the market and filter them to become what it is, then when it's telling you do something, you don't add emotion, because it's telling exactly what it's saying, because it is the psychology behind the market, the behavioral pattern of the people. That is why if you're technical analysis, you don't add sentiment, you don't add emotion. All you don't do, just take position, direct decision at the right time. To buy, you buy. To sell, you sell. And I tell you, your stop loss is there to help you manage risk, because in any volatile market, it's a risky market. For that, you need that stop loss to guide you so that you can manage your risk very well and at the same time come out with a good return. Because if in a trade you have made a 5 gain and you have a 2 loss, that's telling you are still in profit. You have made 4 gain, 1 loss, you are still in profit. Then if you have made a 2 gain and 3 loss, you try to balance it and next one, because you have learned why the 3 losses were recorded. You will change your strategy and adopt that one that gives you 2 gain to continue in that direction. That is how to go when you are trading in this kind of market that is volatile, especially at this earning season as well. Witnessing or experiencing now. Let's quickly go to stock like Transcorp. Let me start with Transcorp first. This on looking at the chart. Let's start from Transcorp. So I can quickly get let's start with Transcorp first. To see this stock, saw volume yesterday in this stocks. This morning, stocks already gaining, trading around there on 1 naira 24 kobo. For me, it's a good thing for Transcorp, But the only that the earning release date is very, very important, and their board meeting have been slated for 1st of March, and people already seeing the possibility of them pay dividend is there, and they are cashing on this to make sure that the position ahead of that number or what will come out from the AGM, and that's why we are seeing this volume in the stock. And that is how to invest. You don't wait to see all the figures before you invest, because we have seen the past performance of this company that will guide you on what to do. Now let's change this to a chart to see what is happening in Transcorp. You can see Transcorp chart formation. I will tell you, this is a very fine chart formation that it gives you direction where the stock is going. The stock has started moving from here. It's an uptrend, because you can see it's making what higher high. That's not making look at it. From here, this down to this, to this, to this, to this level. Then you can see these are higher. It's not making a. That means the stock is trending up. It's moving up. As we speak now, this week up now. Transcorp now. It has touched as high this morning as 125 kobo before trading at this point now. For me, the stock is not doing bad. Even I booked now 125 to around 126 before trading around this currently 24. But you know, as usual, we have seen a good formation here. I'll tell you, because here is, I'll call it this one. This is what we call here from here to here. I say copper handle to this point before it break out the handle up. You know, copper handle is one of the bullish charts. You know, the chart pattern that we recognize as traders or chartists. When you see it, you can see it. You know that something's about to happen. See the movement of Transcorp here. This is a very positive one. If you come down, you can see volume already in Transcorp above average traded volume, which is good. I like the formation of the charts now of Transcorp. Says that Transcorp is heading somewhere. See that it's moving up, which is a good one for us. But quick one before, in order for that, I need to call out this our indicators that give us the clarity what is happening in the stock. That's why I don't joke with them. Used to, when you are looking at your chart, please, you can add more indicator you understand that the one that will give you, easy interpretation. But let's see what is happening. Let's call out our T line. This T line is very important. If you know how to use this T line, once you put it on a chart, it guide you. This truck is still strong. Can I hold? Yes, can say hold because you are seeing that it's trading below or above the position. You can see that the candlestick has confirmed an uptrend, and other indicators, momentum indicators, the volume has also supported it at this point. Yes, the volume this morning, yes, sorry, the volume this morning is a bit low, but almost crossing the traded average for the stock. I told you earlier that this black line is the tells you the average trader. Anytime you see the cross, that means there's something happening. But you can see that yesterday saw a volume here. This morning is still up, but the stock has made a spike. Even call it even a break and a gap coming to this up. But the good thing is that when you look down, to confirm something for you that will interest you, you see that this stock Transcorp has turned bullish already. You can see that the MACD has crossed the red line from bottom, which is a good sign. And if you come down here and look at the histogram, this led histogram chart here, you can see that the stock has turned bullish already on MACD. I would say MACD is a lagging indicator. If on the lagging straight side it has already turned up, it tells you that there is something working for this stock, and that is what market expectation. You can see the pattern of the stock. The good thing is that it's trading above the T line, which for me is very important for us to look at. Then above T line, and if you come back and look at your money flow index, money flow index is up on what on the stock for the past 4 days. That's why the money flow on this stock is looking up. That's why it has crossed over to the bullish side for the past 3 days. Funds are entering as to speak now about almost 65.13 point. It tells you that funds are strongly entering the stock. I tell you, whenever you see money flow crossing up this 50, it's a sign. But even when it is low, but looking up and start improving, it tells you that something also happening. For me, if you are in Transcorp, don't need to panic. I say the strength is still strong, and we are seeing that Transcorp is heading somewhere as investor or trader. Don't panic, and don't forget that, as I said earlier, dividend may likely also come, but we don't know how it come. They might surprise us. We are seeing surprises in the market already in terms of payout. That means if Transcorp surprise you and I, that will be a good one in the market. Let's quickly look at Africa Prudential before we look at assets. Again, assets is very important for us to look at for the class for today. Let's look at what is happening in Africa Prudential. This stock to this morning has touched as high as almost 8 naira, 15 kobo. But now we want to know what is happening to this stock as we speak now. That will give you a lot of insight to know what is happening. Once you understand what is happening, you can know that yes, okay, we've not had the announcement, they've not announced their or make the release of terms of their corporate action on the numbers, but when it comes, but when we are saying yes, you as a trader or investor, you should know what to do. Do not be carried away with the market direction. If you have entered, for those that buy and sell signal that have entered as a as login, you know what to do when it hits the profit target. You don't need to wait for the dividend unless you are income investor. Income investor, they have different traders in the market, different investor with different investment objectives. Once you have it that you're a trader, you know what you are targeting for. Investors that are looking for dividend income that want to go for long term, you know what you are targeting. You can see also that the chart of Africa Prudential has for me has formed a lot of consolidation. All this while was little breakout and also coming down within the correlated level. You can see that here is the first level to catch up. From here to here, down here has been in the kind of the oscillating up and down movement in a very small margin up and down before it break out, still come down to that that within that space before it moves to the next. Let's quickly look at let me quickly call the T line here too. But what you can see that this morning there was already a breakout in this board. It came down again because of profit taking activities in the market. You can see it down here. You can see that a little gap up this morning when the market opened on the daily chart. Let me quickly look at 1 hour chart, what is also happening in the stock. You can see the correction here now. This 1 hour chart, you can see it has gone down to almost 7 naira 55 kobo now. But for me, there's no cause for alarm. The stock can still go up depending on what the board is recommending, and also the strength of the number is very, very important. The earning power of this company is very, very important. That's why we look at them. Earning power is very key because it goes a long way to inform you or give you an insight of a lot of things around the stock, so that you will know what is happening. Once you know that, you are good to go. Yes, we want to look at where the T line is for this stock at this hour. Look at where is the position of the stock at this hour. Once you're able to get it, you are good to go. Yes, we saw a good trend, and you can see that is why I said your candlestick will give you information. You see that most time you can see that the stocks were down below the T line. At this point, you can see that it was below the T line. Tried to resist, but it didn't break out. You see, remain there. When you see that the candlestick remain on the T line, anytime it goes up to that time, that stock is bearish. You need to go. But when it crosses the T line up at all, you see a green, that is the time to jump into the stock. That's the trend. But when a stock is trading below the T line, I will tell you that is not the time to buy, unless it has formed a stronger support and want to grab board. You have to wait to cross that T line before you jump in. But when you're in a position that the stock remain above the T line, yes, you might be taking your profit little by little. I said, don't fall in love with uptrend. Sell into uptrend to buy board. We need to look at where is the T line at that particular time, so that you will know what to do. For example, now we'll see what's happening in Africa Prudential. We don't need to say because there's a profit taking not to jump out. It's still above the T line, and we are still expecting positive information in terms of we're still expecting fundamental information or news that will change it all, will add more strength to the stock. It becomes a source of concern to you and I when this pullback is below here. I say wait, don't wait until you find a reversal. But now that you are here, yes, if you are unlucky, you are not taking your profit. Those that are taking profit, kudos. If you are not there, you are not taking, don't need to panic. If you want to take position now, especially like today, you will not take a position little because it is a pullback. I say when stock is pulling back, you don't jump into it fully. Rather, you buy small to confirm an uptrend before you jump. But when the stock is breaking out, a resistance with good volume, yes, you can equally jump in and buy. But now you can see if you come to your MACD is yes, is still bullish for the stock. Now it has not changed. The trend is there, but money flow at 90.88 is looking down. Still above 50, but still looking down. It's also a sign of weakness because of the pullback today. But if market reverse before, if the stock reverse before the market close today, that is fine. But this is not a sign of weakness, but rather it's a profit taking activities. When we see how it closes, and tomorrow we'll know whether it's a sign of weakness or profit taking activities alone. But as we speak now, the market is said the Africa Prudential technically is ready for it to go to see then release the next audited account. Then quick one before we draw the cut, we want to quickly look at what is happening in Access Bank. Access Bank. We'll look at that of what's it called, UBA yesterday. Then we want to look at Access Bank to see what is happening in Access, because I see Access and the Zenith Bank result coming on or before the 28th of this month. If that happens, that also give us some moves in those stocks depending on their figures, the numbers they chalk out, how it look like. If number beat expectation, we expect the market to react to such numbers at that particular time. Once that is done, there's no cause for alarm at all. We are seeing that as we speak now, you can see that Access Bank is a bit flat, not up, not down in terms of price action. You can see it's 0.00. But for me, that should not bother you or give a source of worry. but rather you watch. That's why we are still going back to look at our T line. If we are seeing this stock, this institution now flat and it's below the T line, that is where we can become to start shivering or become afraid. But if not, but if you look at your candlestick formation here, you can see an uptrend here. The market for Access Bank price action is still on the trendy move, which I know you can see from here. Let's say from here, if you take it from here, touch here, I can see it's still up for me, it's still up. That is a good one for access. That's a good one for access. Then also, if you come at this level, you can see take it from the top here, and also take it up here. This is a pure bullish channel that we can also take and see when it touches here, little came down to the same channel and it maintained an uptrend. See, it has not broken down here, even a little slowdown or we see flat position in the stock at this hour is still above the trend line. I mean, it's above the downtrend line and it's also on a bullish channel. This is like that the stock is really strong. A quick one, like I say, I want to bring out the T line, sorry, the T line is coming up now. For you to confirm, T line, MACD, money flow will tell you what is happening in access as we speak now. Why is access quiet? You need to know, is market waiting for this result? Yes, market is waiting for the result because that is what everybody is looking at. They want to see access surprising the market because if they become a leader in terms of gross earnings in the market, we want to see what they're going to come out with in terms of dividend payout. Yes, when you look at T, like I see that the access is trading at 10.40 global exactly on top of the T line, but you can see that here there's some form of consolidation between here and here before you saw this candlestick up now on a day chart. But you can see if you come down and look at your volume in access now, it's not much, and look at your MACD. MACD is still bearish on access, but if you look at your money flow, even there's no much activity, the price is just like I can see that fund is already coming out, entering the stock to be around the 50.21. And I told you that once you see money flow above this place, it's a sign that yes, the stock is still strong. And that is why if you want to, I don't use RSI, but if you also look at RSI to confirm strength, it will also show you. But with MACD and this my T line, most time tells you where the stock is loaded, and we have drawn a bullish channel that tells us that the stock is within the channel, has not broken down. That's also a consolidation for you that your position is still very, very much intact in assets. You don't need to panic in assets until you see the number coming any moment from now. And when the number comes, we'll give you more information, about assets. Yes, on this note, we'll draw the curtain for today here. We look forward to see you and can invite your friends. And also, if you have question and answer, feel free to send it to us through our social media, the WhatsApp group, WhatsApp online, and same time on our Facebook, so that my team and me can also reply there. If you want to hold on to your question till on the Saturday afternoon for question and answer session, you are also very free. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of your trading day. Thank you and God bless you.